writers, it's Steff here. I'm coming at you from the spare bedroom in my attic in little old New Zealand, where our borders are now closed and our toilet paper situation is a little bit dire. The world's a bit of a scary place right now, and I totally get that. The spread of coronavirus is going to touch each and every one of us in some way, if it hasn't already. And the impact of this unprecedented global reaction is going to be felt for many, many years to come. I'm making this video not because I want to make light of the seriousness of the situation, of the threat, or to criticize anyone's reaction, any government or any individual's reaction. This is not what this is about. So what I want to do is, I know that some of you are feeling helpless right now and isolated and like you can't write or you don't want to write. And for some of you, you know, if you're like me, writing is your job, it's how you earn your money. And so if you can't write or the words aren't coming, then, you know, that's a really bad situation for your family. So I really want to do my bit to help you and to help you get back into it and see that, you know, even if there's horrible things happening, you know, there can be some, there's always an upside. And I'm going to try and help you see the upside as much as possible. So, here are my 10 tips for writing through a pandemic or any other kind of scary event. Number 1, a low information diet. While it is absolutely vital to know what to do if you're sick with coronavirus or if someone in your family is, and you know, to ensure that you're following your government's protocols and recommendations, that's absolutely essential. But you don't need to be glued to the TV or refreshing your news feed every few minutes. Being bombarded with information and scaremongering and conversations about this is only going to make you feel smaller and helpless. And if you feel small and helpless, basically you're kind of no good to anyone, especially yourself. I often say that one of the best things that my husband and I ever did for our mental health was to unplug our TV from its area, which we did probably a decade ago. All we watch now are basically Midsummer Murders DVDs and Netflix shows. Instead of refreshing your news feed every few minutes or like watching the news all day, what I recommend doing is blocking out 10 minutes during the day after your peak productive time, whatever time that may be, where you allow yourself to scan the headlines or watch a news update or talk to your friends about it. And then after that 10 minutes is up, and you could even set a timer, after that 10 minutes is up, disengage. This is what I do. So at the end of the day, I give myself a 10-minute slot where I'm allowed to check the headlines. And then my husband and I might have a little discussion about what's been going on and, you know, what the latest is and how it might be impacting us. And then that's it. We put on a Midsummer Murders and we don't think about it for the rest of the day as much as possible. I recommend removing news and social media apps from your phone if you're feeling really anxious and stressed out. I think that you need a clear head so that you can think calmly, and I feel as though you can't do that with all these voices and all these newscasters swirling around up there. So, a low information diet. Number 2, look at self-isolation as productive time. So many of us have always wanted uninterrupted time to write, or more hours in the day away from long commutes. Now that probably you've got it, you might as well take advantage of your newfound isolation to work on the projects that you're really excited about. We're in this for the long haul, so find some enjoyment and creativity where you can. Number 3, remember that people need stories. Stories are how humans understand the world around us. That's the whole reason why our history and our culture and our values are passed down through stories. This is why we have folklore and we have myths and legends, because we need those stories to pass down what we know to the next generations. You may feel really helpless right now and as though you can't do anything. And I find this especially true because, you know, I'm a writer and I'm not a medical personnel or a policymaker who's like really making a big impact in the world right now. You may feel like really helpless, but remember that you have a role right now as well. You may be the chronicler of what could perhaps be one of the most significant events in recent history. You know, if you feel as though you need a role, that is your role. 4, people especially need stories during an economic recession or during a scary world event. The economic impact of coronavirus and the cancellation of movie and TV productions and large events that we've all been looking forward to means that people are going to need entertainment, and that entertainment is going to have to be cheap, and it's going to have to be able to be consumed at home on their own devices without going out to meet other people. So basically, that's books. Hooray! Because you write books. So isn't that nice? And another thing to think about is the fact that uplifting books tend to do much better during tough times. And the opposite is also true. So during really prosperous times, we often turn to like dystopian books and kind of like dark stories and scary science fiction and things like that. But during a crisis, we like happy books and uplifting books. So now is the time to maybe think about, what you want to write next, and maybe it's time to do that cozy mystery series or like a science fiction comedy, or whatever you've got in your head that's kind of uplifting and it's got a happy ending. Number 5, get on top of your admin. If you're struggling to get into a creative headspace right now and you're just feeling like the words aren't coming, I still recommend you find ways to use your time really efficiently. So I think it's a really great idea if you're just struggling to write, to get in there and use your free time to get ahead on all that like writing related admin and like life junk that you've allowed to pile up. I mean, maybe it's just me who lets everything else go to hell when I have a new book release, or I've got an idea that I just have to get down, but I feel like probably it's not. So, if you're anything like me and you've just got piles of stuff that insurance that needs to be sorted out, and your author newsletter is a bit old, this is the great time to look at those things. Organize your desktop, revamp your newsletter, update your back matter in your books. Me, I am going to be finishing up all the content for my self-publishing course, which is going to start this Friday, and which I totally reckon you should join. And then after that, I'm going to be updating my author website, which hasn't been updated in a couple of years and is in desperate need of it. Number 6, promote your backlist. Knowing that more people are going to be stuck at home reading, now is a great time to think about promoting your current books to new readers. I've seen many authors sticking books up for free over the last week as a gift to their readers. I've currently got 4 books up for free right now, and readers are so happy to get them. This is a really great and simple way to introduce readers to your older books. Number 7, cut down on expenses. One thing I'm doing in my business right now is paring back my expenses as much as possible and making sure my family is putting as much as I can into savings. I'll still spend on essentials like covers for my books and editing, but non-essential goods and services are going on hold. The lower your expenses are and the more you have stocked away in savings, the more nimble you can be when the unexpected happens or when a new opportunity comes up. Number 8, learn new skills. If you're stuck at home with nothing to do, now is a great time to learn how to create a compelling newsletter, or master Amazon ads, or learn how to make your own graphics, or any kind of new skills. Most online courses are a really small investment, comparatively speaking, and they can teach you super valuable skills that will help you weather any potential downturn. Now is the perfect time to mention that my brand spanking new course, How to Rock Self-Publishing, starts on Friday, March the 20th. If you want to learn how to publish your book, find your readers, and build a badass author brand, join us and let's learn and share together. The link is below, and enrollment is open until April the 10th. If you're struggling for money right now, you can split the costs over 2 months to make it hella affordable. I would so love to see you there. Number 9, do kind things for others. Send a book to a reader who's scared. Shoot your friend a video message telling her how much you love her. Use your author platform to shout out about an amazing local business. Write an article for free to help inform others about what they should be doing. Donate money to charities helping people who will be hardest hit. Anything that you can. Use your platform and your words to create a little good in the world when it's suffering. I guarantee that you personally will feel better for it. Number 10, stay connected. Don't allow yourself to feel cut off and lonely. We've got the internet, which is something that those who endured the Black Death never had. So, we're pretty good. Build an author posse and exchange word counts and war stories. I've been having lots of Zoom calls with my author friends in isolation in other countries, and it's been so uplifting just to see people's faces and hear them talk and feel like I'm not alone. I reckon you should come along to the Rage Against the Manuscript Facebook group and share your successes and ask when you need help. I'm very big on no author left behind. Let's all lift each other up. Tell me, what's your plan for writing while all of this is happening? How are you doing? How are you feeling? Is there anything I can do to help? I'm running a course right now, which I might have mentioned. I'm so excited about it, and I really hope you are too. How to Rock Self-Publishing runs for 12 weeks, and it's everything you need to know, not just about the nuts and bolts of how to get a book from a random collection of thoughts into a published copy of your work, but also about how to be successful. I've distilled my process down and studied hundreds of other successful self-publishers, and I've come up with 11 elements that I think we all have in common. I believe that success is different for every person, and I hate giving hard rules like, do this or you're going to fail. Follow me into the fires of Mordor. But what I do show you in this course is how to put your books in the best possible position to be successful according to your own measure of success. It's going to be so much fun, and it's going to be uplifting, and it's going to be inspiring, and you're going to be overwhelmed with information, but it's going to feel great. I feel like that's all that we really need right now. So 12 weeks course. Every week on a Friday, you're going to get a big content drop. That content might include videos, worksheets, audio, booklets, checklists. It could so many things. I've got so much to say. You're also going to get a bonus author interview each week. There are 10 of these in total, and they are such an incredible part of the course. I have just had the most amazing people who are complete superstars giving these interviews. I've got New York Times bestseller Alessandra Torre. I've got Brian Cohen. They're talking about book blurbs. My good friend Katie Strange is all about mindset and about dealing with negative things in your life. I've got the amazing, incomparable Gala Darling. I've got Rachel Heron, who's just the most gorgeous person, and you are just gonna love it. You can leave comments on all the course material, and you can talk to other authors, and you get feedback from me. I'm going to be there answering questions and, helping you along. There's also a separate feedback section where you can tell me what you want to see in the course and how I can improve on what's already there. I can't guarantee that I'm going to be able to do everything, but I am there to listen. So the price of How to Rock Self-Publishing is super low at the moment, because this is the first time I've ever run a course or done anything like this. So you get lifetime access for the price, and you'll be able to enjoy any of the bonuses I add in the future. It's the absolute perfect thing right now if you're stuck at home and things are uncertain and you want to learn all about something new and improve your self-publishing right now, as more and more readers are also stuck at home looking for new books to read. I think it's really important to have something in your life right now that's good and exciting. Also to be in contact with other writers and publishers who need a tribe. The course, How to Rock Self-Publishing, starts on March the 20th, but I've left enrollment open until the 10th of April, and I've introduced 20 new slots to the course just because we were very close to completely selling out. Just because I wanted to give you some time, and I know things are really tough right now. So if you want in, what you got to do is click the link under the video and join up. The course is usually $497 US, but I've put it up for sale for $197 US, or 2 monthly payments of $99 if you need to be able to spread out the cost. I really encourage you to get on it and join the course. It's going to be hella uplifting, and you're going to learn heaps. If you want to know more, feel free to click on the link or ask questions in the comments. Peace out and happy writing.